Hey everyone, Connie here, and yeah, you read that right. Double donation reward months will be making a return. Um, and not necessarily in the way you might have expected. See, might remember back in June, I did, in order to help me get to a convention, I did a special for donation rewards. Double the reward for the price of one. Basically, for every donation, you get two rewards instead of one. You could have me react to two different things. They can be, again, movies, shows, YouTube stuff, anything you want. You get two for the price of one. For every donation, two reactions. Simple enough, right? For the entire month of June, all donations are worth double. So, it was something I did specifically for that purpose and really wasn't planning on bringing back, at least not anytime soon. But something came up, and that something also has an update. So, as you guys know, if you had watched previous updates and everything, the Harley Quinn reaction was blocked on BitChute. The Harley Quinn season 3 episode 1 reaction was blocked on BitChute. So I had to re-upload it to Dailymotion. And I made a video all about this, all about the issues with all of this and how it was not just affecting Harley Quinn, but it affected the Watchmen reactions, how it affected certain movies here and there, but not others. And so it was kind of a question of okay, what do I do? And a lot of you gave me some great ideas, other sites I could possibly use and whatnot. But one idea really stuck out to me. I don't remember who it was who said this. I think it was on the Discord, but I'm not 100%. I apologize if it was you. You can say so in the comments. Take all the credit, please. This is not my idea. But someone mentioned, oh, why not have one of these, one of those double reward months again in order to get a external hard drive. And the idea kind of stuck with me. It's because I floated the idea of saving all of the reactions I do, not the redirects and everything, but specifically the reactions themselves, so that if anything is ever deleted and everything, I could possibly re-upload it or upload it to a different website or something, just as an idea for the future if I need to. And mind you, I even said in there I should have enough room on my laptop currently to hold stuff for quite a while. But obviously, again, it won't last forever. And I was saying oh, well, if it gets to the point and it's oh, these things are clearly not going to be deleted or blocked or anything, I can just, remove those from the computer. It's okay, these series are clearly safe. I don't have to keep these files anymore. But again, the idea was floated to me. Why not do this idea, do a double reward month again, and do it for a to get a external hard drive. And the idea is not bad. And honestly, the double reward month could very much help in a few different ways, obviously. But the thing is, there's a lot of factors that go into that. I can't just hold a double reward month all the time, because it's even if it does incentivize some people to donate more often or even more sometimes, it also, especially if it's going to be for something for the channel to help out and all, even with that being the case, it's I can't hold it too often, because then it's just asking for money and everything, especially in that higher of a degree, that often is just not okay. And I don't even like asking for money as it is. I'm very grateful that you guys donate and help me out and everything. It's very appreciated. But I've just always had a problem asking for things and everything, and yeah, it's a little more trouble than it's worth sometimes. But um this idea actually sounded like an interesting idea, because you can get an external drive for like $50 or so, and for a good amount of space too. And the reaction videos, just the video file or just the reaction file itself, doesn't actually take up that much typically. So it's like I could probably get a good sized external drive and have that last a good amount of time. The thing is, I don't need that right away. But there are other things that this could help with as well, and I could like save up bits for that as well, and get to that when I need it and everything. So it's like, okay, so when would I do these? If I did bring these back, how often would I do them? And again, it's like there's no way I can ask you guys to do these that often. And so my thought process was twice a year. Twice a year, I think, would be a good amount, because that way it's not too often. It's basically every 5 to 6 months or so, so it's pretty spread out, and that way it's not asking for you guys for too much too often. Plus, that way everything that is donated for, all the rewards, have a chance to kind of die down a little bit. Although there will still be people donating for other stuff during that time, in the meantime, and everything. But yeah, you still get the idea. I think that would be the best option. So if we held our first one in June, then if we just keep counting, it's June to July to August to September to October to November. So November or December would be the next reliable date. And so it kind of comes down to what you want to do there. Something feels... No, that's right. Or you could change it up a little bit and change the exact months and all. It just kind of depends on how you want to do it. So I had been thinking about this, and especially this past week with the power going out, it gave me some time to think about this more, because I was going to record this video on the day the power went out, and it's just like, the power went out, so yeah. But there's obviously different ways to do this, and I think this could be an interesting little bonus thing to throw in. And obviously donations would still be open during the entire rest of the year, so if there's anything that ever came up, it's like, oh, I want to make sure Connie gets to this, you can still donate at any time. And as always, even with the double reward donations are still just always only as much as you want and can afford to donate. Never feel the pressure to donate more. It's just a fun little way to add an additional bonus to things. And for those who can and want to help donate more during those portions, it could be like, oh, like this could be a big time where I donate. Like there are other YouTubers who have like these big times during the year. It's like, oh, we're going to have a big charity stream at this time every year. And so people will like save up for that or whatnot. Or people will like donate specifically more during those times a year. And so it's like the rest of the year they're kind of cutting back on that a little more, just not doing as much. You get the general gist. And so I was trying to think about this. What would be the best way to do this? Leaving enough ample time after the June one that we already did, but also making sure everything like works out in terms of timing and everything. And again, this isn't something like in terms of the external drive that we need right away, so I'm not too worried about that at this moment. This is all stuff that's something that can be worked out later if need be. Only if we really need it. But again, this can help for a lot of different things. A lot of things in the future. And so we'll just see how it goes when we get to that point. But outside of that, so what I've decided to do, like I said, we're doing it twice a year. And I've decided the best months would be May and October. Um, I feel that May and October would be the best months to do this, just based on the proximity of things and how it would work out with, I guess you could say, everything else going on. I just feel like it would work the best. So those are the months I'm going to go for, and we are going to just basically start that as a recurring thing with this October. So since it is September now, I can say next month. Next month, we will start this double rewards. It'll be for the entire month of October. Obviously, this doesn't affect anything else happening during the month, such as the Halloween special. That's not affected by this at all. But during the entire month, any donation you make is automatically worth double. And obviously, all donations are very much appreciated, but again, only as much as you want to and are able to. Never feel pressured. And if you can't or just don't want to, you don't have to donate. It's completely optional. Everything on the channel will always be viewable by everyone anyways. So no matter what the case is, you'll always be able to see everything that I post to the channel. Donations are just a way for you to get me to react to something that I either otherwise wouldn't, or that I probably would have never even checked out on my own time, or just maybe even just having me get to it faster than I would have otherwise. And again, it can be a movie, it can be a show, it can be something on YouTube, anything you want, pretty much, as long as I haven't seen it. There might be a couple small exceptions in there, but they're so minor you probably won't even get to them. So yeah, and if you ever need to check with me, just check with me in the comments or whatnot, or on social media or something. The Discord is always a good place to check on that. I have an entire list in the Discord of ideas, of suggestions, for example. You can always check that if you want some ideas, or maybe if there's anything on there specifically that you would love to see me react to. But it's just ideas. You can obviously request anything you want. So, yeah. This will, once again, begin next month. And again, donations will go towards things like stuff for the channel, but just also, important stuff. Important, things I need the money for in my life, if necessary. Just various things like that, when and if necessary. And it'll be handled as it's handled. But yeah, and if there's any point we need stuff for the channel or whatnot, hopefully we can work it around those times. If we need to, if something comes up and we really drastically need something sooner than that, I'm sure you guys, if possible, will help out. You guys have helped me out with so much of that in the past, and I very much am thankful for that. I mean, you guys got me this laptop, so I'm very much thankful for that. And again, I'm not. It's only if and when you can, and if and when you want to. So keep that in mind. Nothing is required ever for that. The only thing I ask of you is to just enjoy the content that I put out, and when there's a poll, I ask that you vote on the poll, but that's completely free to do. So, though right now we still have a ways to go with Centaur World, so there won't be a poll for a bit still. But yeah. So once again, I would love to hear your thoughts on this. If you have any suggestions on how to fine-tune this or whatever else, please feel free to put those down below. But that's going to be the idea. Every May and October, we will do this. And it's just the entire month. All donation rewards are worth double. Yeah, worth double. That's correct. Oh, excuse me. Wow. You get 2 rewards for the price of 1. Let's put it that way. And obviously, any and all donations are always accepted, and always I'm always thankful for them. But it's always as much as you can do and as much as you're willing to do. But if you have a bunch of ideas and stuff, this is a good way to get them out and everything. And again, as long as I haven't seen it, anything is fair game. It doesn't matter if it's an older piece of media, if it's newer, doesn't matter what genre it is. None of that matters because honestly, it's nearly impossible to tell what I will and will not like. So as long as I haven't seen it, I'm good to check it out pretty much. So yeah. And again, if you need to consult with me about that, please feel free to message me on in the comments here and on any social media, whatever you feel is best in order to contact me about that. But yeah, I would love to hear your thoughts on this. And hell, if you guys think that this is a bad idea, I'm willing to hear you out. And if it does start to seem that way, then yeah, maybe we could even cancel this if I just agree that it might not end up being a good idea after all. It's just an idea I brought up because someone kind of floated something similar to me regarding holding another one of these. Um, I feel like probably is spread out well enough. Um, but we'll see. Again, you guys can let me know your thoughts. And for the time being, I'm Connie and I'm signing off. So see y'all next time.